art can be a form of drug. I think the power of art is that sometimes artists make us realize, consider insights to our society's problems as well as strengths, that we never considered before.
Kadang-kadang dia orang ingat art tu sebagai benda yang berangan-angan.
Art is everything actually. There's no boundary between art and art. Art is basically freedom. It's everything.
Dan seni itu kita jelaskan dalam bentuk yang tidak ada penghujung. Dia ada permulaan tetapi tidak ada penghujung.
Taking something that is of existence and changing it, that is also a form of art.
Basically, it can be almost whatever you want it to be, except that you're putting quite a lot of thought and consideration into it and into what you're trying to present. So you're not just getting up there and having fun, although you also do that too.
My name is Pang. I'm the Arts Program Director for the Annexe Gallery, and we've been open since January 2007. Central Market was at that point recently taken over by new management headed by Bernard Bong. He had an idea which was to bring all the street artists, so-called street artists, who were the resident artists inside Central Market, well known for their portraiture and their sceneries of Malaysia. But at that point they were scattered all around Central Market in dark corners, like little rats like that. That he decided to just give them a home, which is the Central Market Annexe. And what the Annexe then provided is a way for these art groups as well as artists to find a larger public. You have to give this to the artists, so that you can bring that buzz, back to KL. KL downtown has lost a kind of buzz. This buzz could be recaptured with the opening of an art centre that, tapped into contemporary arts as well as young artists. There are a few ways that we get artists. In a way, I didn't have to even go out looking for people. A lot of artists actually come to me and say they want to do things here. And artists whose work I admire, I of course quickly say yes to them, come do things here. Artists whom I don't know yet, I always tell them to send in proposals. And proposals are easy, right? You just give us your background, what you've done, what's the concept of the exhibition you want to do, and what do you want to get out of it, as well as how much space you need, who's funding this project, and then some images if you have of the kind of work that you want to show. And we're not just talking about visual art, we're talking about theatre, dance, music, even poetry and films and all that. Anything that is considered an art form, or which is considered a form through which people express themselves, through which society receive a reflection of itself.
Annexe is a nice place to be doing workshops because it's very accessible. It's a very nice environment. It's a very inspiring environment.
At least it gives access to alternative artists and people who just don't maybe they're not full-fledged artists, maybe they're just students or maybe they're just experimenting, but at least it gives them a space for them to exhibit their work. So I think it's really good that there's a place like this around.
Rasanya bagus sebab dekat sini yang kebanyakan customer yang datang semua art appreciation, dia orang respect kita punya barang, so dia orang suka. Ada yang dia orang boleh datang untuk collect pun, dan dia orang sanggup bayar untuk dapatkan hasil seni tu.
There is a tendency for people to look for function in art, because there's a tendency for people to look for function in everything. Everything has this symbolic nature, and the symbolic nature to some people can be very two-dimensional. They look for its function. So for example, people approach the art, and the function they look for is escapism. Some artists have more to say than escape. You know, some artists are saying, instead of escaping our time, perhaps we need to look at why we are escaping. What are we escaping from? I think what we have here is a sense of community. Yeah, not just a community of people who want to be cool, or people who like the arts, or people who understand the arts. You know, people always like to criticize art galleries of being elitist. I think it's safe to say that even though occasionally some art shows tend to look a bit more harder to understand than others, we still don't get criticized of being elitist so often because of the fact that we are very accessible to the public. A lot of artists have actually, on their own, been actually creating work that respond to the way our society is, right? It's just that a lot of times the venue they found to showcase these works have had very little access to the public. The young people are starting to realize that they don't have to be passive audiences anymore. A lot of young artists these days are not even waiting for galleries. They're just coming together and say, I got a house, or I got a little space here, I got friends here with this place. Let's just have an exhibition. Let's just have a show.
The young people have the fresh idea because the ideas come from time to time. We don't know. There are thousands of millions of possibilities. So why don't one of us share their idea, their thoughts? Because their idea will contribute to our society and also our culture.
So what I think of annexe, they're great, very, very good platform for young artists to really develop their skills and to show off their skills.
And there's a sense of hunger, I feel, among young people to take back, you know, what is rightfully theirs, which is the future.
Thank you.